Hi, Eli and Maddie. Daddy here. The other day, I was accompanying a singer friend via Zoom um, who must have made more money out of the coronavirus pandemic than probably anyone. But anyway, I was playing remotely and she was singing remotely. And we both heard what we thought was a clap of thunder. And we obviously stopped the song and she said, "Was that thunder?" And I said, "Well, it certainly sounded like thunder, but remember, this is 2020, so it's probably Godzilla." Um, People are joking, of course, that 2020 was scripted by Stephen King and directed by Quentin Tarantino. Um, and I have to say, the last couple of weeks of July, we're now in August, four people, um, all close to me, died in quick succession. Miri Murphy, the soprano, whom I sang with several times, I knew her probably least out of all of these people. And Paul Applegate, or Paul Darragon as he preferred to be known. Um, he was at school with me, and he passed away from a drug overdose, which I was very sad about. And my uncle, my mother's sister, which means he's your, oh, I don't know what that is. But anyway, my uncle, Robert Williams, he also died after a long illness. And then there was David Hyde. And this really hurt me because David Hyde was actually in my year at school. So we spent every day together for about 5 years. And he was irreverent, as I like to be. And that really hurt me. He was exactly my age. Had a 2-year battle with cancer and finally lost. Yeah, that really hurt me. So he's going to be one of the dedicatees of my forthcoming book, on which more later. Anyway, as I always say, I don't ask for this stuff, it just comes to me. Yeah, 2020, what a year. Anyway, today I'm going to play you Dexter's Theme by Randy Newman from the film Awakenings, starring Robin Williams and Robert De Niro. I've had to actually orally transcribe it from the film because I was feeling so sad from all those lovely people dead a couple of weeks ago. And it's a very sad film, and I watched it. And of course, my mum used to love the film too, so, you know. But it also struck me, the film is about a doctor, Oliver Sacks, a real person, who wrote a book about this, working with locked-in patients or catatonic patients. And I think it was 1969, he came up with a drug called L-Dopa, which actually reanimated them, gave them their life back, but terribly only for a limited period of time until the drug began to not work, despite increasing quantities. Which is kind of, he did the most wonderful thing, and yet it had the most tragic consequences. But the parallel also struck me, although I'm not comparing myself to someone with locked-in syndrome. Obviously, that would be unconscionably distasteful. But obviously, being without my children does, in some way, especially when you're literally just up the road and I'm just here, and yet we can't be together. There's something locked in about that. But anyway, yes, I'll get on with it. But my oral skills are not what they used to be. And indeed, I was never that brilliant at oral transcription. So some chords may be embellished and some notes may even be wrong. But it's my arrangement for you, so I guess that's okay. So Daddy loves you always, and I hope you have a beautiful day, and speak to you soon. Mwah. So once again, I'm going to utilize my lockdown trick of sellotaping a couple of pages to the wall to avoid my lack of a page turner. This is my arrangement for you of Dexter's theme from Awakenings. It's very pretty and sad, and I hope you enjoy it, and Daddy loves you always.